If you want an image of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face. Forever. Thought crime does not entail death. Thought crime is death. And the punishment is severe.
When Rudy Giuliani shared that intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain, they're laundering disinfo when we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice or vote. Oh, information laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So yes, information's origin seems slightly less atrocious. Woo.
This is truly some of the most insane stuff that I've ever seen. I remember seeing those t-shirts. I thought it was, I don't know who came out with them, but they were like, make 1984 fiction again. Well, my friends, it's never been more real. It's never been more creepy. I don't really understand how we got here, but I think everyone watching this video needs to understand that we are here and that this is literally insane. We have a ministry of truth in our government being funded by your tax dollars, and it's actually shocking. Before we get into that, want something to take your mind off the insanity? Check out this video sponsor. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, War Robots, a fully functional 6v6 multiplayer action game with walking robots that can easily fit in the palm of your hand. You know, War Robots, the game that's been around for 8 years, the game that you can play on just about any device, Android, you can play it on your iPhone, you can play it on Steam, you can play it anywhere, anytime you want. And War Robots is now celebrating its 8th anniversary. With more than 200 million players, you can fill your hangar with unique bots. There are more than 90 of them in the game. The game has also had significant graphic improvements that have come to the game in the last year with War Robots Remastered. The revamped version of the game, developers added new, more realistic graphics and lighting to the game. What I like about it is always constantly tweaking my mechs to make the best possible combinations, and there's nearly unlimited options that you can use. And if you check out the Anniversary Expo event in honor of the 8th anniversary, where you'll get some cool prizes. At the start of the event, you'll get 150 silver event coins and additionally 100 bronze coins for each year your account spent in the game. The event is going to be held in a VR museum where you can do a tour of War Robots universe, deep dive into the reviews of main recaps, key changes, and game environments and more. Join the celebration to check out the new robot, Skyros. Wow, 8 years is a long time. I mean, 8 years ago, I was still going in and out of the office every single day on a long commute. I didn't have my 2 floofball German Shepherds, Huck and Ruby, and so much more. And there are tons of new items that are available now for the anniversary update, weapons, drones, pilots. Download War Robots for free on your mobile device or your PC. New players will get an armored robot, 2 Gecko weapons, 100 gold, and 50,000 silver. Returning players with account levels 15 or higher get a free sheriff demeter, as well as a ton of other gifts. Use my link in the description below to get War Robots today. So over this week, you've seen, you know, with everything going on with Elon, he's obviously got a take on this that I want to cover too. But meanwhile, Ministry of Truth was trending on Twitter a couple times this week, really. And it was because the Biden administration has appointed a radical leftist to run a censorship board in the Department of Homeland Security a few days after Elon Musk purchased Twitter. I mean, not all causation is correlation, but in this particular case, it's hard to believe anything is different. And the information I'm going to share with you in this video is you've got to consider, first of all, if you're not subscribed, click that red subscribe button right now. And, or subscribe on whatever platform you're watching. And also share this video because I'm going to put together some clips here that you've got to see. Elon Musk replying to this saying, this is messed up. It is messed up, and it's totally on purpose. You see breaking Republican members of Congress tell me the legislation is being drafted as we speak to defund the Joe Biden's Ministry of Truth the backlash is here. Well, I mean, this is the person that they hired, this Nina Jankowicz, who is a far left lunatic, of course, obsessed with TikTok like they are, putting out stuff like this, like.
Is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So
What? This is the person in charge of it. I had 2 on-camera interviews today and still have a face full of makeup. What should I make for TikTok? This is now the person who Joe Biden says is in charge of the truth. TM. Like, this is serious. This is serious stuff. I know, like, I make fun of Tim all the time for his Chicken Littling, but, like, this is one of those cases where, like, this is a big deal. Tucker says, Nina Jankowicz is the most ridiculous of all in Biden's Ministry of Truth. When Elon Musk first announced he was buying Twitter, it was pretty obvious the Democratic Party would soon become unhinged, not just angry or annoyed in the way that you're very used to, but in instead a legitimately terrified and hysterical one. We know from coverage that many people are referring to Elon Musk's multi-billion-dollar purchase of Twitter about more than just buying Twitter, but about buying secrets. If an armed intruder broke in your home at 3 a.m. in the morning, imagine how you'd feel if an armed intruder broke in your home at 3 in the morning. You couldn't exactly know where things were going, but you'd be dead certain that everything was at stake. That's how the Democrats feel right now. In fact, everything is at stake. Joe Biden cannot continue to control this country if you have free access to information. It's that simple. Biden is simply not improving your life. He's not trying to improve your life. So the best thing he can do is lie to you and demand that you believe it. But to do that, he needs to make certain that nobody else can talk, because if you were here to hear the truth, you might not obey. How is Biden going to pull that off? It's not easy. Well, one option would be to get men with pew-pews to tell you to shut up. Most Americans probably wouldn't have thought that's possible because this isn't Africa or Eastern Europe. This is America. We don't do things like that here. More precisely, we haven't until now, but Joe Biden is a president and everything's different. So today, to herald the coming of the new Soviet America, the administration announced its own literal Ministry of Truth. This will be called the, quote, Disinformation Governance Board. Laugh if you want, but just to show you, they're not kidding around here. The board is not a part of the State Department or any other agency focused on foreign threats from abroad. No, the Disinformation Governance Board is a part of the Department of Homeland Security. DHS is a law enforcement agency designed to police the United States, and by that way has a famously large stockpile of tools. So no, it's not a joke at all. Here's the DHS Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas. I mean, this is nuts. This is actually nuts. Which useful idiot thought such a clearly partisan hack should be Biden's disinformation czar? Insane as it is that the Department of Homeland Security has created a disinformation governance board, it's utter madness that the woman running it is Nina Jankowicz, who's a veteran disinformation spreader. She embraced and promoted the bogus Clinton campaign, created the dossier, Russia dossier, and she waged a battle on the Post's true and accurate reporting of Joe Biden's son's computer. As our first laptop stories ran, the Associated Press reported disinformation experts say that there are multiple red flags that raise doubts about their authenticity, including questions about whether or not the computer actually belongs to Joe Biden's son, said Nina Jankowicz. Again, she ran cover for Joe. She also told the AP we should view it as a Trump campaign product. Jankowicz soon shared another report, casting yet more doubt on the provenance of the New York Post's Joe Biden's son's computer story. And she tweeted that same day, the emails don't need to be altered to be part of an influence campaign. Voters deserve that context, not a fairy tale about the computer repair shop. Wednesday, another of her old tweets came back to the fore. Back on the laptop from Heck, apparently Joe Biden notes 50 former NATSEC officials and 5 former CIA heads that believe that the computer is an influence op. Trump says, Russia, Russia, Russia. Her defense, for those who believe the tweet is a key to all my views, it's simply a direct quote from both candidates. Like, she is literally, like, this is absolutely insane. Like, this is treasonous? I don't really know the right word for it. This is back in the year 2020, though, when Nina Jankowicz said that the executive branch shouldn't have the power to determine what is fake news. Interesting how her opinion changed. Here's a second interview where Nina gets triggered that the government of Poland is making Facebook uncensor conservative posts, and then admits her job is funded by Facebook. These are all videos that Jack Posobiec is doing an excellent job sharing. Like, this woman, meet the Biden Department of Homeland Security is watching it. I mean, this is nuts. Everyone involved in this is a buffoon. I'm not going to play her TikTok song, but here's what Tucker had to say.
What's the point of the show? We're going to say we're kidding, we're making all of this up. It's not really happening in the country you were born in, but it is happening. That's now a law enforcement official. It's also the person you just saw, an individual who brags about getting a master's degree from Georgetown University. In case you're wondering if the entire academic credentialing machine that sustains America's ruling class is in fact a joke. Spoiler alert, yes, it is a joke.
This is actually insane. And in my opinion, a direct response to Elon Musk buying Twitter. That's just my opinion. It's a direct response to Elon Musk buying Twitter. Like, this is, you know, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious with this lady? Biden's disinformation chief is a Trump dossier author fan and a Joe Biden son's computer laptop doubter. What a coincidence! By the way, we know that the dossier was fake, and we also know that that Joe Biden's son's computer full of secrets was 100% real. We also know that at the time, Twitter suppressed that story to, in my opinion, help make sure that Joe Biden won the election. Only many months later, after Pudding Head was installed in the White House already, did everyone else finally admit that it was true, even after the rest of the world already knew. Pay attention. Midterms are coming up, and the 2024 election is coming up. This is about to get very scary and very messy. I'm trying not to, like, be too doom and gloom here, but we have a ministry of truth. Scary stuff. Make sure you subscribe on whatever platform you're watching on. Make sure you go to thequartering.com today, and in the upper right, sign up for my mailing list. Then it'll send you an email. Go to your email, check it to confirm you want to be on the list, because Lord knows what these lunatics are going to do in the coming months.